guys. I don't believe that I'm on.
You are on. It's the Bennington
Pick
Show.
it up, dudes. I can't hear myself.
All right. It is the only father-daughter radio show in the history of radio. I am Gail Bennington, and joining us from Jamestown, New York, it's Ron Bennington. Through some crazy technology, we are united. Can you hear us now?
Yeah. Wow, I'm being blasted in my ears for some reason here. Let me just try to work this out technically. This is really, everything worked perfectly before the show, but I'm so loud right now. I can't believe it. Can you guys hear me okay?
We can hear you perfectly. Maybe it's the music.
Yeah, bring the music down.
Let's bring it down.
You sound perfectly clear, Ron.
I was waiting for you guys to start this thing, and then I was like, oh, am I not? Because it was going in and out during the music for me.
There was a technical issue on our end. Something was changed on our settings, and then that's what that caused the problem with the music.
Everything was so smooth beforehand.
Everything was so comfortable and nice before the show started. Just like real life.
Just like IRL.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to tell you everything that's happening visually in the room.
Thank you.
Also, guess what? There's new curtains. New blackout curtains. Every time you come in here, there's a new change.
Take a picture, put that up on Instagram for me because I'm cut off from the world.
Now no light can even enter this place. It's
Why
completely
are we doing
blackout
this?
curtains.
I don't know.
The red curtains are gone. Those are done. And now no light.
But the windows are already frosted. We can't see anything through it, right?
Now,
They're cutting us off.
Now, we'll always have the blackout curtains shut?
I don't think that we have to, but it's like a replacement for the red curtain that people used to take photos in. Now
Which
they're
we
just
all
like
loved.
heavy. I know. It was a classy look. It always looked like you were like backstage or something.
It was like old Hollywood.
Why don't they ever ask, hey, you guys are on the air, is this a good idea or a bad idea?
Are you attached to those curtains you've always loved?
That everyone said they liked. It's like a whole separate unit of people who are just changing everything around here.
Who are they?
I don't know. It's another company, I think. Bed Bath & Beyond?
I met one of them once in the elevator, and she was very cagey about everything that's been going on. I'm not kidding. It was very funny. She's like, oh, there's going to be some things going on, technically. Don't you worry about it. And I was like, tell me.
You know how they're giving out that free stew for lunch? I just found out that it's people.
Oh, my
Free
God.
stew is people.
I've been eating that.
By the way, this setup, I'm at such a beautiful location. I'll have to send you guys some pictures, but I really just got here. It is part of the National Comedy Center in Jamestown, but I'm at this place called the Chautauqua Institute, and it is so stunning. It's on this beautiful lake, and I'm in a really old, gorgeous wooden hotel that looks something like the Hotel New Hampshire from the movie. Like you couldn't build
right.
anything like this anymore.
You're in the Overlook, basically.
Yes, I am. I'm the only person there. From what I found out, I've always been here.
Well, you're taking it well.
Yeah. What can I do? You know what I mean?
What is that? Me in this picture? What are you
Yeah.
going to do? Guess I've
I
always
always
been here.
Yeah, I always like to say, wherever I am, there I am. You know?
Forever.
Wherever I go, there I am. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it, Gail.
I feel like I am not that familiar because I always go upstate, but I forget west. You're so west.
So far west.
You're so west.
I got to tell you, though, I had the greatest breakfast that I've ever had in my life. It was in a little, I guess, either right outside of Buffalo or in Buffalo. And I can't think of the name of the diner right now. I'm going to try to ponder it. But it was so fantastic. And they had these little mini donuts that they bake themselves. And it was the best thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Oh, that sounds so good. By the way, there was an internet debate today about what you call the round mini donuts, because apparently there's like 100 names for it. I thought that there was one, but there's like a bunch of people who were fighting and being like, no, here, blah, blah, blah. We call it.
What are the names for that?
I call it a donut hole.
What?
Wait,
Bullshit.
Donut holes.
A donut hole.
I call them munchkins. It's always a munchkin.
That's
to me.
okay. To me, a munchkin is like that's not my
Dunkin'.
right to use. You know what I
That's
mean?
a Dunkin' munchkin.
But if I made them myself, I wouldn't go, here's some munchkins. But some people argue that. And then there's some crazy ones that are regional that, I don't know, it was like tidbits or something really strange.
I love that name.
But yeah, I didn't expect it to get so hot here between me and Chris. Donut hole.
Yeah, this is the thing. People will not talk about politics, but they'll go crazy over.
They
what the
love
name
that
of donut
shit.
holes are. Yeah,
I don't like this at all.
guys, this was the Swan Street Diner I was in. Right?
Look
you
it
can
up
probably
on
look it
Chrissy.
up if you like to online. But so they have these little. Now these aren't donut holes. They're like little donuts that they make. They serve them hot, and they melt the second that you taste them.
Oh,
That's
It's
what I
almost
want.
like donut juice.
that's what I need. I need that.
Or munchkin juice, as I call it.
Pain in the ass.
I had some Tim Horton in Canada because people
Yeah.
always tell me to grab some because it's so good, and I go, no, I had some in New York, and it was Dunkin' Donuts basically, but it is better in Canada. There's no doubt about
Yeah.
that. Which makes me think, like, why are you doing this with your franchise name? Why would you go let it be worse somewhere else? I can't believe how much typing I hear take place.
That is something I remember from when I was using the IP codec that you were using. You're going to hear some typing. It's pretty loud.
I'm never doing another show in the studio. I'm always going to be somewhere else. This
That's
is
fun.
so comfortable for me.
This is going to be a Where's Waldo situation. You're not even
love
going to
that.
tell us where you're connecting from.
Seriously, I love that idea. NBC used to do that with Tom Brokaw, and then they Me Too'd him.
Oh, no.
It was like, where in the world is Tom Brokaw molesting someone? And the answer every time was in his pants. Gail, we had a fantastic time in Montreal. First of all, I don't know when we're playing this. Chris has some stuff behind, but that One Flew Over the Comedy Club was so damn funny.
I've heard that it was phenomenal. I cannot wait to hear it. Just a really, really great night, I heard.
Chris and Vito did an incredible job. They packed that room. Everybody told me it was like the biggest draw that place had. And it was so funny. And then later, there were people who were having anxiety, not knowing whether their anxieties were being joked about or not.
Oh, God.
I don't want to say who the two people
Right.
were, but it was Voss and Joe List.
That room was so packed. Vito turned away so many people. It was standing room only. I can't believe how many people were in that room for that panel.
And laughing at people's anxieties
That's great.
and addictions and compulsions.
Yeah.
And then when Miss Pat said, I don't even know why I'm here. Fine.
Fine.
That's why you're here.
I was reading something this morning about anxiety. I was thinking about the One Flew Over the Comedy Club because of this, that they said that it's one of those things that when somebody has anxiety, people always say, chill, just calm down, just relax. But it's a mental disorder like anything else, and you wouldn't say that about something else. But people think anxiety, if you have constant anxiety, it's the same as just being nervous about something that's realistic that you would be nervous about.
Well, Voss brought this up, and I remember that this was true. When he first got it, he got it at age 21. He started having panic attacks. And that thing wasn't even diagnosed yet. And they were basically treating it like you were having a psychotic breakdown.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they just went in with Thorazine and knocked the shit out of you with it. And it was just a panic attack. It's something that we all recognize now,
Yeah.
but no one did then.
Oh, yeah, but the first time you have one, you're like, okay, so this is death then. You're
Right.
sure that you're dying. I remember I was probably about that age the first time I had a panic attack, and I just was like, is this a heart attack, stroke, psychotic episode? I didn't know what I was having, but I did definitely, for whatever reason, did not assume panic attack.
Yeah, when I think it was a freshman in high school, and ended up just pacing and sweating. Like pacing like a lot in a one-bedroom apartment.
You know. That's literally you know before any live show.
He accepts it. But I've been with him when he paced in an elevator. I'm like, dude, there's not enough room for you to be doing this.
No, that actually really makes me nervous because he starts to rattle the cage.
Yeah.
I love a good pace. Really gets that energy out.
It doesn't help anything. That's the thing about a pace. It's non-productive. You're not like, I got to get this done. Now I got to go over here and do. You're frantic energy.
There's just so much of it. It's nonstop.
I remember once I was doing a show. I think I was doing Rich and Bonnie's Would You Bang Him show. And Vito was going to be there to support me. Chris was not going to be there, of course. And Vito said, if you want, I'll be the Chris to your Ron, and I'll be outside pacing back and forth nervously. And I said, that would make me feel really important. And he did that for me. He acted like my Chris.
Do you know how many times I've said to Chris, do I have something I should be nervous about?
Chris, how many times have I said to you, everything's going fine. Don't let Ron see you this way.
There's a number of times that's happened.
Then I'm
yes.
like, everything's great. The room is great. The audience is great. We're ready to go. No technical problems. And he's covered in sweat and shaking. And I'm
Worrying.
like, dude, if Ron sees you, he's going to go, what the fuck is happening? Is something wrong in here?
Everything's going really well.
That show and the Creeps with Kids show was two of the most put together, produced shows literally of my career that I had very little to worry about other than just walking up there.
Right.
And they both, both the panels were so psychotically funny.
They were amazing.
I can't believe how little my friends know about the world.
They're too busy being funny that it's isolated them from the rest of existence.
There was a point during the Creep show, and the panel was hysterical. And then Voss got serious for a moment and started saying, look, with your children, all you need to do is give them love and affection. And the audience was laughing. So...
Oh, my God.
Then he starts yelling, what? But what I didn't see, and Voss didn't see, is Jessica Kirson acted like she had fallen asleep, like she was so bored, and the audience was laughing, but Voss was thinking that they taking affection the wrong way. Oh God, it was amazingly funny.
Jessica is so funny. I cannot wait to hear this.
She's crazy. Well, I don't think we're playing that one.
Oh, right.
Didn't belong to us, and we weren't really taping it. But it was one of the funniest panels I've ever seen in my life. And then the stand-up was amazing. But at the end of the show, Bobby's kid came out and basically, without any of us knowing it, kind of stage dived at age 5.
It was terrifying.
Oh, my God.
I just saw the child disappear off the stage. I freaked out.
And he was running through the audience trying to high-five people. But everybody just wanted to get him to his mother.
Yes. This sounds like a lesson in bad parenting. What not to let your child do in a large group.
There's nothing you could do. I'm going to defend both the parents because his mom was out watching it, trying to take pictures like, this is great. He's on stage with his dad. And by the way, Gail, he said something like he was going to have a little joke. He's what, 5? What is he, 8?
He's 5 or 6, I think.
I don't know how old he is. He might be 10. I don't know.
It
But
gets confusing at elementary school age.
I basically said, what was it like to have Robert Kelly? And he just leaned back on his dad. He said something like, it's all I ever wanted.
Oh, my God.
And it was like, I almost started crying right there.
That kid is so sweet.
A kid can kill you. But that show was so incredibly fun. And now I'm here at the National Comedy Center. And I think, Chris, you have what I'm going to be doing here?
Yes, tomorrow at 2 p.m. you'll be doing an unmasked with...
Have we even announced this yet?
Late last week we did.
Okay.
So tomorrow, Tuesday, July 30th, 2 p.m., Unmasked with the Smothers Brothers at the Reg Lennon Center for the Arts. Ron is hosting. It's going to be awesome.
So cool.
And then that's...
Dude, the number of comics that I told this and industry people in Montreal, they're like, when are you going back to New York? I go, first I got to go over and do this thing. I'm going to do an Unmasked with the Smothers Brothers. And would even be a lot of young guys that they were just screaming, you got to be kidding me. Oh, my God. I want to go to this.
It's going to be amazing. And then that same day, tomorrow, 6 p.m., the Ernie Kovacs panel, hosted by Ron, with Louis Black, Alan Zweibel, and TV critic David Bianculli. That's at the Robert H. Jackson Center.
Very cool.
And David wrote a book about him, so I'm just going to be pitching some softballs and letting these guys hit it over the fence because these are three brilliant guys. And then Thursday, I'm going to be at the Chautauqua Amphitheater, this big, beautiful amphitheater that sits thousands of people. And they have these talks there like all day throughout the summer. And the one I'm going to be doing is going to be about Robin Williams with his manager, David Steinberg, and Louis Black. And again, it's just one of those enjoyable things. I'm just going to say, hey, what was he like? And then sit back.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's just going to be so fantastic to be there.
And that theater looks so cool.
It's stunning. Dude,
Yeah.
this whole place is just so stunning. Now, here's a story that came up that I guess this blew up online, guys. This woman said that she was at Disney World and her kid couldn't get, the lines were too long for her kid. And she made the point, she said, you childless millennials need to stay out of Disney World. And it completely exploded. And all I thought of is that Vito just went to Disneyland by himself.
He's literally a childless millennial. That's him.
Look, a lot of those attractions are made for people like me now. So I don't get where this lady gets off just coming after me and my brother and millennials who want to go on the Avatar ride and see Star Wars shit.
Okay, can I
By
just
the-
hear this thing though? I feel like there is something there that it's almost like a tongue-in-cheek, ironic thing, but you're going there and actually spending a lot of money and a whole day there.
And by the way, this has been going on for a lot more years before they got the Star Wars stuff.
Right.
And if we're going to be honest, Star Wars is for children. It is not for adults. Adults might want to piggyback along to Toy Story and Star Wars and even Superman, but these are things for children.
I will say this, or that I will defend millennials, that I don't think it's a strictly millennial problem. I think that there are adults of all ages who are Disney people who will go to Disney minus children.
I will say this, there are tons of retirees
It's very
that
weird, right?
go to Disney and and it's been like that for decades.
Yes.
That they go there, they enjoy it. But, Vito's point can't be made because when my kids were little, taking them to the electrical parade and having adults stand in front of them. By the way, it's a parade. At the end of the day, it's a parade with lights. You don't need to take pictures at all. No one does.
No.
They're online. Just write electrical parade, and it's the same picture.
Absolutely. It's like the same people who take pictures of the fireworks on 4th of July. Are you going to look back and watch like this little 15-second video of fireworks
It's a
1
GIF.
year from now? Like a year from now, I'm going to go, what was 2019's fireworks like? Oh, yeah. Fireworks. It's the same. It's the same.
I think fireworks outside of July 4th is the stupidest thing ever.
They blow.
And I don't want to see it at the end of a Rolling Stones show. You know what I mean? I'm not a kid.
It takes away.
And by the way, I'm pretty sure that Disney World does fireworks every night. Same
Every
idea.
night.
And
Every night.
adults are standing around blocking children and taking pictures.
This is
Yes.
a fucking nightmare. Like, I've never been to Disney World. I figured since
Thank you.
Since I was a little kid, I didn't get to go, so I'm past. I'm never gonna go.
Well,
Is
what
the-
about when you have a little Stanley?
I don't want one.
Or if you want to take Juju on vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, just me and Juju, huh?
Yeah, I trust you.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
I'm not good with children.
Are you saying that you would do something horrible?
No, I wouldn't do anything bad to your child.
Then take her
Starting
to
to
Disney.
sound that way.
It's not going to happen.
Take her to
You know what?
Disney, dude.
Why?
Gail, I'm starting to believe him. That he's warning us about the correct
He's
thing.
giving us all the signs.
Is the parade the same every day?
No.
Yes.
There's
Yeah.
multiple parades throughout the day.
No. Is it the same thing that they do from Monday versus Thursday? Yes, I'm pretty sure that they do the same light parade, the same fireworks display. I'm pretty sure.
And Gail, didn't Vito just prove our point here where he knows about the multiple parades,
Yes.
that he isn't just there for the Star Wars
Right,
cantina.
exactly.
Look, I did
You know what
watch
I mean?
the parade. I did go to the parade. I enjoyed it. It's pretty impressive what they do there, but I didn't stand in the front. I didn't stand in front of kids. I stood in the back like a respectable adult and
Then
enjoyed
why
it.
are you angry?
Yeah.
I'm not angry.
Coming off angry.
You sound angry.
I'm not trying to sound angry.
Man, there's a lot of shit though that people do at Disney that are. It's a very strange thing when it's just like a couple. You know, there are people who go there for their honeymoon.
That's
people
awesome.
They
honeymoon.
make out.
Yeah,
In front of the children?
yeah, at a children's play place.
I'm on this crazy angry lady's side. I mean, I'm all about her.
And by the way, I'm going to say this. Yes, are there rides in Disney World like Space Mountain? But to me, you're still saying those are for teens.
Yes, that's
Like-
the one thing, because you want to take your teen along when you have littler children.
Right.
And you could say, like, you're like this. All right, Frankie, why don't you go to Space Mountain and we'll meet you after?
Finally, something that isn't lame.
Lame. This place blows.
I'm not gonna ride the teacups like a baby.
I asked you if I could stay home because Bernie's having his annual party.
You know how we were just talking about audio peeking out? Have you ever noticed that tween thing where like boys' voices peek out? It's horrible. Like it has that crack. Like they I can't even
Yeah.
impersonate it, but it's like a crack scream. And they're just like they're somewhere in between two camps where they're playing like children, but almost the voice of a man. And nothing's more irritating to me than
Yeah.
that.
Well, there's this horrible thing that happens between fathers and sons, where just like one day your kid is like, "We never have anything to eat," and you're like, "What did you just fucking say to me, bitch? I will take you down right here."
Suddenly
like,
there's
just-
another man in your home.
Yes, yeah. All this yelling at your wife.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you tell her to stop being such an idiot? What the fuck did you just say to me? I will kill you.
Yesterday.
So that's where Vito is now.
Yeah, he's kind of that peeking out tween.
I have a lot of angst.
What you have, dude, can I just tell you what you are and I can fix it right now?
Yeah.
You're hangry. You're hangry.
You really are.
You need a biscuit. You need
Yep.
a rib.
You know what people say to me all the time? I'm a pleasant, happy person. It's because I eat what I want. That's why.
I did feel like I was in a pretty good mood after I ate the ribs and chicken in Montreal. I felt pretty happy
Dude, that
and
was
laid
the
back.
only, that's the only night. You know how we do that annual dinner, Gail?
Yeah.
It's the only time that he was nice the entire time. He and Bobby Kelly were in each other's faces.
Yeah.
And it was so uncomfortable.
Wait, why would you get in Bobby Kelly's face?
Bobby Kelly got my face because he kept commenting about my body, and he kept talking about the way I looked and the way I walked and the way I wore sunglasses and the way I had my hair.
Can't you see it from his point of view? He's a little jealous right now. You know, he's always telling people that you can't lose weight. You know, I do everything I'm supposed to do. I don't lose weight. And then there you are, coming in with, frankly, a new body, a new voice. Your voice sounds totally different.
Yeah.
I'm here. If Bobby Kelly wants to work out with me and diet with me, I'm here for him.
Sounds like a
You know
threat,
what? You
though.
brought up a good point that Vito's voice is totally different. Like, remember he used to have that little gargle in his voice?
I sound like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, and there was like a fat throat almost.
Yeah.
Yes, his fat throat was so sweet.
It
and
was
fun.
so cute.
It's
Filled
like
with
a
fat.
stuffed. Yeah, it was a stuffed animal.
It was like he had pillows in his throat.
Look, I'm going to work on my not fat voice being more friendly and welcoming and jovial.
You sound hangry just saying.
No,
that.
I'm not an angry man. I'm a happy man, and I'm going to try to put more carbs into my diet, so I'm in a better mood.
Dude, you told Bobby Kelly to go for it, and I'm like, dude, he can't fight you.
Well, he
And
shouldn't.
then he also mentioned his quads,
Yeah.
and he said, "Deal with my quads."
What?
That's crazy
Deal
bro
with
talk.
my quads?
Yeah, my quads were out. I was wearing some short shorts, and Bobby Kelly wanted to talk shit about my short shorts, so I said, look at these nice quads.
Okay, here's something I'm going to say. Before I joined this show, Vito was once an intern for the Ron and Fez show, and back then he was thinner, he was fitter, he was like a college kid, and he was, from what I heard, downright broy. And like
Yeah.
it's that guy's coming back. It's like
Yeah, he's bro.
you're someone that people don't want to be around when you're thin, but you're someone that everyone loves when you're fat. You would think that the fat would make him the fat would make him insecure and unhappy, and being thin would make him feel confident.
He's not happy with his body. He
No.
keeps saying his imperfections.
You know what? It's like it exposes you for everything that you aren't dealing with on the inside.
And guys, if you guys want to go for the phones from there, go ahead and help yourselves.
All right.
Just follow along.
That sounds good. Chris from Atlanta wants to talk to us about Disney.
Yeah. So, you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we got you.
Perfectly.
Yeah. My wife and I had to fly into Orlando, and we're sitting there and we're looking around, and we had to fly out of Orlando. So our flight's delayed, and we're just kind of hanging out. And there's a couple of people that were on our flight that they're not the millennials. It's the older generation. It's the 40-something-year-olds that have on the Disney, Mickey Mouse button-down shirt.
Yes.
She's got monogram ears on, and those are the ones that we look at, and we call them DNKs, Disney No Kids. And
I like it because it's subtle.
yeah. Well, we just kind of look at each other, and I kind of thumbed over, and I was like DNK, and she's like, oh yeah. And it's one of those where, great that they love Disney, but you're 45 years old, buddy. Put on a regular shirt and go on about your day. You can wear it at Disney. Hey, that's great. I'm glad you have it in your wardrobe, but come on now. But the millennials thing, I get it. You grew up with it. The Disney Channel was huge when you were young. I mean, I give them a pass. But the ones that are basically my age, and I'm going, oh, geez, come on, man. I mean, I got kids and I love Disney, but I'm not going back as an empty nester.
See, here's the thing.
Good point.
But Disney markets to those kind of couples because they're the ones who collect the plates. They're the ones that go on, they'll do for Disney, like do the Disney cruise and the Disney Island. I mean, because this stuff is a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's very, very expensive. And when you have let's suppose you have 3 little kids. You're not even going to do Disney once a year unless you live in Florida.
Yeah, no way. Yeah, from what I hear, it's ridiculously expensive now. But those DNKs, as Chris puts it, those have existed before, while the millennials were still kids. So that has always been a thing.
Always been.
I think that millennials doing it isn't right, but they're not the only ones. They're not the only ones.
People like to piss on the millennials, but they've never been the only ones to do anything. Mm-hmm. Now, the DNKs, is it smart if we call them dinks?
I would love
donks? I like donks as well because donk.
Look at this fucking donk over here.
This fucking place is filled with donks. Sick of this shit. Someone ditch these donks.
Here's the weird thing, man. We work with a donk. We work with a donk who's lost 140 pounds.
Look at this thin donk.
Angry donk.
I call him the thin white donk.
Vito, did you feel weird there as a donk?
At Disney? No, I felt pretty cool. I was a single rider, so I got to go to the front of most of the lines.
Oh my God.
No. This is not good. You're not doing yourself any favors.
It's a bad look.
Donk is a negative word. You don't want to be
I'm taking
donk.
it back.
No, you
It just got
can't.
created. You can't take it back.
You simply can't take it back.
When I first moved to Florida, it's even before I met Gail's mom, 3 of my buddies came down from Philly, right? And one day we went over to Disney, right? And we were in Disney for 15, 20 minutes and then took the monorail back to this tiki bar that they have at the I don't know what the name of that place is. I'm just going to call it the Philippines Hotel. I don't know what the name of it is.
There is one kind of tiki themed hotel. I can't think of it either, but I know what you're talking about.
So we sat in there. We're getting hammered on Mai Tais and going in and doing rails off the top of the urinal, right? And we stayed there for 7 hours. Never went back into the park.
Dude, I got it. It's the Polynesian, right?
That's it. That's it. It's not the Philippines Hotel. It's the Polynesian. And I remember being all wired up, and has traveling back to Tampa St. Pete, and one of my buddies said Walt Disney was a genius, and I go, dude, I'm trying to explain to you, we really didn't see much.
We have
We went on Space Mountain and then got whacked out in the Philippines hotel. And they were just like hitting on MILFs and just, you know what I mean?
Disney sounds great.
Somebody would go into the bathroom and go like, there's two in the first urinal. You know, we were trying to act cool by going, separately going in.
Oh, sure. That's classy, not going it all at once.
yeah, no one will suspect.
I got another story for Ari Shafir's new storytelling show.
All right, I'm gonna go to some phones here because a lot of people want to talk about donks. Let's go to Ted in Michigan. Ted, we got you.
Yeah, it's Ed, but it's close enough.
Okay, Ed, we got you.
A buddy of mine goes 4 times a year. He's a year or two younger than I am. I'm 55. He goes 4 times a year without fail. His daughter works down there now, so it's crazy. I've never been there. I have no desire. But
You're a man.
Yeah.
Ed, you're a man.
You're normal, Ed. You're no donk.
right. But yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get the whole. I mean, we live in Michigan. Going down there
4 times a year. That's insane.
It's a haul.
I mean, what is that running him? You know what I mean?
I mean, to stay in the park for a week and
Right.
do, those things, it's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And I do know couples exactly like what he's talking about.
Yeah. Well, I know a couple who they now have a young daughter, but they used to go for years before having a kid, and I actually think that they got a kid to look less weird. Because, that was, the first thing. They're like, we just can't wait for Disney. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, you guys already do it.
That's
so.
wrong.
Yeah, it just seems like a really weird reason to have a child. It feels.
I think it's the only reason to have a child.
Get that donk status off you.
This has been weighing on me for years.
I'd kidnap a kid and drag him through there just so I could. No one would believe you. A kid was screaming and yelling at Disney. You're like, you know how they are.
Right.
That's a monster.
And that's the other thing, people talking about, how the kids, everyone is trying so hard to have the greatest moment of their life that the pressure is tremendous on
Right.
families. It's
Oh,
tremendous.
yeah. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, my mom used to say we would be standing in the lines, and you could be in some of those lines in the hot Florida sun for like an hour before you get on the teacups or something. And my mom would say, let's remember we're here to have a good time and enjoy. Take a look at the families around us. They're not having fun now. You've got to spend the whole day having fun. And she would point out to me the just fury and sweaty anger of the other families, just red-faced and being like, God damn it. The happiest place on earth is pretty stressed most of the time.
Did she point out that your dad was back at the Philippines hotel?
He's enjoying himself by the pool with a nice cool drink.
Nice tiki drink.
I think that's the adult way to deal with it.
Yeah, it's the only way to deal with it.
All right, so we're talking about donks, which is Disney no kids, and I feel like we should hear from somebody who's kind of in that situation right now. Let's hear from Mark in New Mexico. Mark,
Hey, how you guys doing?
how's it going?
Good. We go to Disney quite often, me and my wife, and we take our kids. This year for my birthday, we're going without my kids for a week.
Why?
And so, we're just...
What are you going
we
to
wanna-
do different things than you would do if you
I
had
mean, we're-
kids?
Yeah, we're doing a VIP tour where we get to ride any ride we want for however many times we want to.
It seems like your kids would have enjoyed that.
It costs me enough money as is.
Now, how much extra is the VIP tour?
Depending on when you go and what time of year, we're going in early September, and we got the reservation before they opened up this whole new Disneyland or Star Wars Land thing. And so it's costing us right around $3,000 for about 8 hours.
What the fuck?
So,
Wow.
Wait, $3,000 for both of you for 8 hours of that of no
well,
lines?
there's more than there's some friends of ours that are going that live there in Orlando as well, and so
Yeah,
we're splitting the cost up. But but they pick you up, and then they take you to wherever park you want to go to. You can ride as many rides as you want to ride. You can ride them as many times as you want to ride them.
None.
Yeah. I went to Jamaica for fucking 8 days, all inclusive, which means I could drink all day long as much as I want and eat for $4,000. And he's fucking taking 1 day.
I mean, that even sounds a little
And
expensive.
that's for
to
two
me.
people.
It does to me too. Except,
gonna say that
it
sounds
sounds
terrible.
expensive, Gail, until you realize how much Chris drinks.
Right. Well, that's true. He does. He does make it worth. He makes it worth it.
Hey, Ez put up a thing on Twitter, and I want to. So you just see Chris Stanley staring like intently down the block, and it says, "I took this as at an unmasked at the Village Underground a few years ago. Chris was searching feverishly for Ron to arrive. Ron rolled up easy, not a care in the world." And Chris is just like, "Is Ron coming? Is Ron coming to the unmasked?"
Oh, God, I'm fat.
Oh my god. You
But
look.
that you were thinner then.
Yeah, you're definitely
Yes.
thinner. You're confused. Just your hair shorter. That's all. You're the same body
I
weight.
wish you could get back to that weight.
This is bad.
Oh, look at how nervous he looks.
Yes,
you do look
he-
young there, though.
Chris, remember when you used to wait at the end of the hall for me to come out?
Yes, in
And
the
when I
studio.
would come out of the lobby, and I would see that his head would be around the lobby, and he would see me and run back.
Yeah, I wouldn't have my whole body there. I would be peeking around the corner because I maybe thought maybe he won't see me. But then he did every time. And then my head was just, it was like I got caught staring. And then I
with
ran back to the studio.
That big pumpkin head, of course you got caught.
It's
Oh my
gigantic.
god. He's a nervous sort, isn't he?
I have too much
He's
energy.
just a nervous kid.
By the way, Brad tells us that DINK stands for double income, no kids. You know, the great thing that used to happen for gay guys is that they weren't allowed to adopt, and they would have fantastic homes.
Yeah.
And now they're just living like anyone else.
I have my friends are a gay couple, to dual income, and like every once in a while the conversation of if they should adopt comes up, and they're like, but look at all this money and look at this great apartment we have,
Free time.
and look at and we go out to dinner whenever we want, and all these drinks. I was like, wow, that does sound pretty nice. I get where you're coming from. As long as you're not a dink, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Let's go to Mike in Denver.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey,
Hey.
man.
Hey, so I just wanted to elaborate on that Disney VIP from that last caller. He's absolutely right. I've done it before, and you feel like royalty. They take you like up the exit ramps, through emergency exits. You go through the back lot. You never wait in any single line. We went a couple years ago, my wife and I, and did it, and it was right when they opened up the Avatar ride that usually has like a 3.5 hour wait line, and we walked up through the emergency exit and rode it 4 times in a row.
And it only costs $3,000. It's
Yeah,
just
just
unbelievably
simply-
great deal.
Now, I talked to someone recently who works at Disney, and they just told me about this Avatar ride, which, I mean, I had heard that they had one, but that's what he was telling me, that anywhere from 2 to 3.5 hour wait for one ride.
What happens
I
on
mean,
it?
this thing must be incredible.
Get a hand job?
Chris, it's Disney. Don't
Oh,
talk about
sorry.
You can't.
that. Now, I have been on that VIP tour because I used to be married to LeBron James. And,
Lucky.
you know,
What happened between you two?
look, let's just say this, all right? Why you out going after hamburger when you got prime rib at home?
All right, Johnny in Seattle. Johnny, we got you?
What's up, Gail?
Hey.
Tony.
Okay, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hey, Tone.
What's up, Tom?
So I graduated college in 2003.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, it was awesome.
I didn't get you anything.
I know. So a group of friends decided to go on a trip to Disneyland as a graduation celebration. They asked me if I wanted to go.
cool.
I said, no, I'm not 9 years old. And I haven't talked to him since.
That was a breakup for you
Good.
guys.
Fuck those dunks.
Like, I'm not a child.
Yeah.
And I want to say, good for Vito for getting healthy. I love
Yeah,
it,
he
man.
looks great.
He
Everybody
does look
talks
really
about
good.
it.
He's
I
visually
haven't-
nice.
You know, normally when your friend loses weight and then you're used to it, it's a shock to me every single time I see him. And I'm always telling him that he looks fantastic every time I see him. And then he gets hangry. He gets hangry about it.
Yeah, he does. Have you gone back and looked at any old fat pics of Vito? It's jarring how big the change is.
Well, rather than look at that, I'll just wait until he gains the weight back.
You can just look at me.
Come on, guys, stand next to each other. Wow, Vito, what a change.
Can I just tell you guys this? I would much rather be here than in the studio with you guys. I'm enjoying this so much more than sitting in that studio.
I mean, you're missing all the annoying visual things that happen when sitting across from Chris Stanley, like the headphones covering his eye or just leaving his mouth open after saying a sentence for no apparent reason.
What's wrong with that?
I have a lot of prep to do because I have some this great unmasked tomorrow with the Smothers Brothers, and really looking forward to that. And then I have an Ernie Kovacs panel, which is going to be exciting, and then reviewing the life of Robin Williams on Thursday as well. But 5 minutes after I'm off the air with you guys, I'm going to be barbecuing on a pontoon boat as we go around the lake, and it's just this is the way I want to live my life.
That's
now.
the shit.
Is it a Bennington pontoon?
Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, yes.
I've always wanted to
I
go
ordered
on
it.
one.
That's
Yeah, they're
meta.
fantastic.
I mean, that's being treated like royalty.
yes.
I feel like I'm on a VIP tour.
I'll be able to go on that ride as much as I want.
Yeah. How many times do you want to go on a ride anyway? After you do it, like the element of surprise is over.
100.
For tickets to any of the events at Jamestown, that's the Unmasked with the Smothers Brothers, the Ernie Kovacs panel, and the Robin Williams panel, go to comedycenter.org. Comedycenter.org for tickets and more information.
And I'm going to get over there soon. They've got a new Smothers Brothers thing lined up, and I'm going to try to see that before I do the Unmasked. I hear it's just fantastic. So much fun.
That's going to be so, so cool. Let's go to Chris in Philly.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, how's it going, Chris?
First off, thanks for my big ass prize. I received it in the mail this weekend, so very much appreciated.
Good.
Oh, cool.
I'm glad.
My wife and I are planning our second trip to Disney with our 3 kids, and I'm fucking dreading it. Back in February. And to Gail, your point, you're talking, if you're flying down, it's anywhere from like $6,000 to $8,000 for like 5-6 days, food, airfare, and hotel. But it's going into it, the food's gonna suck because you got kids, so you can't eat at the really nice places.
Right.
You always are good. You're always good for at least one breakdown with one of your kids that are hot or are tired. It's not a vacation. It's like saying climbing fucking Mount Everest is a vacation. It's not. By the time you're done, you're fucking exhausted. You're broke. But it always makes you feel good. You always see at least 1 or 2 families having the same issues you're dealing with when you see them completely cursing out their kids. Where they're like, you know how much this is costing us? You can really only go lose his mind. And it's, my wife and I look at each other, we're just like, we're not alone. That's pretty cool.
The thing that gets you about Disney is the quality is so fantastic. You know what I mean?
Right.
That you get it. You understand why it costs that much. But we lived close enough that we used to go and do pieces of the park. With the
Right.
kids
Which is
when they were
a
little.
lot less pressure.
Yeah. It
When
seems
you
a lot
don't
better.
feel like we flew all the way here, we've got to see everything. If we miss something, we've wasted our time. You can go, okay, we're going to do this one thing, and that's all we're going to focus on.
And I don't even think we ever had a nightmare day, did we, Gail?
I can't really recall. I mean, like, you get
Like if it
tired
rained,
and
we
it
went
gets
back to the hotel. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. You get tired or you get hot. Like, there's always places to go. But we never had that because I think we didn't have the pressure where we felt like we had traveled all the way there.
And
But I keep thinking it's inevitable. I'm definitely going to have to take Juju there. And I don't know, like, what is the ideal first Disney trip age? Because you don't want to go too young because it's not going to mean much to them.
Yeah.
They have to be able to I think it has to be 4 for the baby rides, 8 to do the park, but say, oh, look, you're not tall enough to get on that.
Right.
And then 11.
Right. To
Anything
do the more
after
fun.
11 is bad.
Yeah. I probably haven't even been to that park since I was like 11.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I haven't even experienced it as an adult at all.
Just take her to Six Flags. I think that's just as good. That's where I went.
isn't.
I had
It really
nightmare
isn't.
days at Six Flags.
But that is a good point. If they can't say, "Oh, it's Mickey," "Oh, there's Goofy," what's the point? Like
There's
that
no
could be
point.
anybody. I could just take her to Times Square. Look at all these people with fuzzy heads on.
You can take her to Times Square and then just have her dad pull her around by her arms for a while. That's kind of fun when you're little.
All right. Will from Buffalo says he's got an excellent reason to go without kids. Will,
Yo,
what's up?
so the best reason to go without kids is that in Epcot, there's a pavilion for about 13 different countries, and you can drink a different beer in every country. So you can technically drink around the world down in the Epcot.
I could do that at a supermarket.
I go to Food Town. It's got quite a selection.
But the worst part is like every country has like this elaborate setup and everything like that. Like China's like this massive like, Buddhist temple, and England has this Irish pub, or I'm sorry, this English pub, and Africa is just a bombed out car and a couple.
That's mean.
Not good.
That's mean.
That's racism.
By the way, you're in Buffalo. I was at Charlie the Butcher's last night and got a beef on the wet. I think Buffalo is some of the best food in the world.
Yeah.
I've always
Put it
wanted
up
a beef.
against anywhere.
Yeah, I think that sandwich is really, really exceptional.
Dude,
It's
they
really
were
good.
slicing the roast beef right in front of me, and this is almost like a drive-through. It's like a fast food restaurant,
love
except
that.
for it's great.
I never had a beef on the weck. I want one very badly.
It's
Why do you say on the weck?
It's not beef on the
weck.
weck?
on a weck?
A
Beef
weck.
on a weck.
Beef
yeah.
on weck,
Oh.
you could even say.
Yeah,
beef on
I think
weck.
beef.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds
It's
right.
a weck bun,
Not the weck.
but it's just this rare roast beef that's sliced, piled on this salty roll, and it's all you need in the world. Also, weirdly, Chris, I've had 2 different local colas here.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what kind?
The name of it, I'm going to think of the one. Last night, I had a pop cola, and then the place today, it sounded like the comedian Tom Ryan, but it was something close to that. And I keep getting the colas. I don't go off the cola thing just to see if it tastes weirdly different, but it doesn't.
It doesn't, because I think in Montreal we were talking about colas, and I said every cola, every off-brand cola sucks except for Boylan's. Outside of like even Pepsi, I'd say is
I don't
off-brand.
disagree. I think this thing tasted like a Coke.
Fuck.
Don't get upset,
Yeah,
Chris.
I just
Open your eyes.
I want to make a point for once in my life that makes sense. Now I just again I fuck up.
There's a upstate soda that I had, and now I'm forgetting it, but I believe it's out of Saratoga, and it's like a Lincolnberry soda or
Oh,
something
I've
like
had
that.
those before at the there's a barbecue place up there.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
and they make their own soda, and it's so good. Loganberry. Is
I've
that
had
it?
Loganberry, that's right.
That's it. I had it.
I've got the name of the place. I had a Johnny Ryan cola.
I like the name of that. I like a Johnny Ryan.
Wait, what did you think it was at first?
I thought it was Tom Ryan, a stand-up. It was very, very funny.
Oh man, I like the bottle. It's just like a cool
Yeah.
old school look.
I would try that.
Yeah, bring me back a couple Johnny Ryans.
I'm just saying
All
it's fun.
I'm going to try to get Juju a nice little shirt from Lucy Fest.
Good. She'll love that.
I'm hoping. I've gotten her a lot of stuff she doesn't wear, though.
That is not true. Remember her Austin, Keep Austin Weird?
Yeah,
She loved that.
good. We got to see a lot of our Austin friends.
Oh, that's great.
And they all asked about you, Gail.
That's so sweet.
But they came up and were kind of consulting and assisting, and they were great.
That's awesome.
It was a good time. I thought Montreal was so less into it this year.
Yeah.
Really?
The crowds weren't as big. There wasn't as much music on the street. There's so much construction in Montreal right now.
Entire blocks are just gone. Like the entire, it's not like just one lane.
Yeah.
The entire block is under construction. Yeah, like on the Friday night, there was barely anyone in the street.
Oh, that's weird because normally you cannot move.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Cannot move.
Do you remember the Universal Cafe where we had breakfast sometime, that outdoor patio?
Yeah.
That whole street's fucked. There's not even an outdoor patio. It's just gravel.
It's really weird.
So I wonder if that affected it a bit.
Well, here's what I was saying to our guys. They're not. Remember how excited they used to be, and they would be planning on the different parties.
Yeah.
And Chris tells me that he went to some party with an open bar, sucks, so he left. I'm like, what do you? That used to be the thrill of thrills.
Yeah.
For you
I
to
know.
have an open bar.
I mean, is it the fact that Fun Time Gail isn't there anymore?
It might be that.
Because
Possibly.
I bring everyone together. We make an event of going to get food and going to the parties.
Yeah, no parties.
You
for
need
me.
a glue to keep them together.
There's always that excitement as they think they might get laid with you too. So that's always in the back of their mind. Now, did you even go to the last night, guys?
No, I just went straight to my hotel room.
You too, Vito?
I went to the last night party. I actually went earlier in the day. I went to the gym and I met a girl at the gym. We were the only two people in there. She came up to me to ask me a question. We started talking because I'm American. She texted me after I left your show, hit me up, asked me what I was doing. I invited her to the party. We ended up chilling there for like an hour or two. And then I asked her if she wanted to come back with me while I pack in my room.
What?
And then we had intercourse in my room.
Bullshit. Streak is over.
Bullshit.
The streak is over.
It was, I will send you guys a picture of her.
What?
Please, is it not during the moments of
No, it's not any sex
Okay.
pictures. It's just photos from like her.
Holy
Send them
shit.
send them to the team thing because I don't have my phone in
Yeah.
front of me.
Dude,
This is fucking unbelievable.
the streak is over.
And what's funny is it was so last second. As we finished, I had to pack and leave for the flight.
Classy.
That's the
So,
walk of shame.
I took her to get a cab with my suitcase. And
That's
Chris
nice that you did that.
Wait,
Chris actually saw me putting a girl in a cab.
this motherfucker.
You saw him with her?
I was like, what are you doing outside? Because I was meeting him downstairs because I was getting the same fucking flight. And I'm like, what was going on? He's like, that girl asked for help for a car. You slept with this girl and you don't fucking tell me?
Well, why wouldn't he? Why would he?
Look
Chris?
at the
'Cause
way you
guys are so
reacted.
nice.
I wanted to tell everybody.
I wanted to tell everyone that.
Did you put the picture out there, Vito?
Hold on, I gotta get the picture. I gotta save it. I deleted it.
Ben, does this make Earl feel
Wow.
worse now?
I was just going to say, now, does this kind of like cheapen the Earl thing? He's been on dates and we've been giving him all this encouragement. Vito just has a wham bam, thank you, ma'am. I mean, is that better?
Oh, wait, this gets even better. It was a black chick.
Let us discover that through visual.
I think she was just tan.
Did you see the black chick?
I saw a woman.
Yeah.
It might have been a black woman. I just saw a...
You literally don't see color.
That
Thank
is
you.
so
are
cool.
so woke.
You're so cool.
Finally, it only took me to 2019, but I did it. I want to see this, Brock.
All right, I just sent it over.
Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm so excited. This is like Christmas to me for some reason. I don't know why.
Look, I was feeling confident because I had a hotel to go back to. It wasn't my mom's apartment.
See, that's the big change.
I didn't think the line, "Do you want to come with me while I pack," would work.
What?
Wait,
Vito.
what the fuck?
She is stunning.
Holy shit.
You kidding me?
Wait a minute.
Holy God.
I bought some condoms at the hotel lobby. We had a commissary in the hotel lobby.
Look at this.
Oh.
This is fucking ridiculous.
I'm not exaggerating here. She looks like a model to me. She's so beautiful.
Now, did you take this top picture?
No, I
I
did.
mean, did you take the one where she's sitting on the roof?
No, I did not take.
From her Insta?
This is from her Instagram.
I'm now starting to believe that this is a model that Vito's lying to us with.
Is this the woman that you saw?
This could have been the woman. Like I saw a black-haired woman. I didn't know if it was a black woman because I only saw her from behind.
How's that booty?
Dude, girl was thick with 2 C's. It was wild. I did not.
Oh God.
I did not expect this happening. I just went to the gym, fucking like a 15-minute cab from the hotel, and it was just me and one other person in there. And this somehow happened.
Now you did not. You don't want this to go on past this.
I mean, like she does
live
not.
in Montreal?
She lives in Montreal.
That's great. I mean, it's
Yeah,
close
it's perfect.
enough.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah.
And it'd be fun to go visit her.
Did she speak French?
Yeah, she did not speak a lot of English.
Oh,
that's
my
hot.
That's why she liked you, because she didn't know all the dumb stuff you were saying. She just saw your
chick.
she just saw your hot bod, and that's all she was judging you.
So, how did you do coming back into the ranks? How long did you last?
I was taking I took this thing called a blue chew.
No, you didn't do the blue chew, did you?
I took a blue chew.
You got it with the condoms?
No, I got it from somebody at the hotel party.
No, you're so young. Why do you need a blue chew?
I just heard everybody talking about it that would help you last longer, and I was nervous that it's been so long that I wouldn't last, so I took the blue chew.
Why'd you use a condom though?
You should have knocked her up and dual citizenship.
Yeah, perfect. Oh my God.
We had sex against the window in the hotel, but I was only on the 3rd floor, so it wasn't really like that impressive.
Well, that's what I was
Who are
watching.
those
What
people?
room were you in?
I was on the 3rd floor facing the street.
I think I was right across the hall from you. Because my guy said to me, you'll be overlooking old Montreal. I wasn't.
I was room 309.
I was right across the hall, dude.
Wow.
Came
could've
over,
come
tag team.
You guys really got close over Montreal.
Well, congratulations, Vito.
This is
And
great news.
seriously, she's so gorgeous. I think you should stay in contact. It doesn't mean you're in a relationship.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to check in on her and see how you know she's doing. I ordered her a cab. I sent her an Uber home.
Classy.
Oh, that's classy.
Texted her to make sure she got home safe.
Did you let her know that you got back to the States?
Yeah, I texted. We spoke yesterday.
Oh, good, Vito. Keep this going for a while.
Did you just text, "Hey babe, landed"? Is that what you texted her?
Hey, babe. What's up? Just landed.
I was
So
remembering-
hot here.
Hey, I was just thinking about when I pounded you up against the window.
Don't you wish more people were watching below?
Or at least one.
Now, I'm going to ask this because you brought up that you were uncomfortable. Did you Donald Duck it? Did you leave the shirt on?
I had a wife beater on. I didn't take off my tank top.
Just take it off.
And then like after I started getting dressed, and she goes, "Why are you putting your shoes on?" And I said, "Because I have to leave for my flight in 10 minutes."
What'd she say to that? Can I keep the room for a while? Shower up?
Why didn't you?
Order breakfast?
I would have tried to push my flight back.
No, I had
Yeah,
I had Chris texting me, "Where are you right now?"
Chris,
But
you
how many
fucked
times did
yourself.
Chris let you fly off by yourself? You know, when he gets on a 3-day run.
Okay, everyone look at your text, what Chris sent.
All right, let me see.
I don't know what's wrong. What do you mean?
You're a weirdo. You're just a weird person. He's zoomed in on her cleavage and just sent that as a separate
Come on, man.
screenshot.
That's the new love of my life.
He's right.
She doesn't even speak English, dude.
She speaks some to moderate.
Can't believe you lied to me, Vito.
Man, that's crazy.
I didn't
for
want some
you.
creepy photo of me outside the hotel sent to everybody.
That's what he would have done.
Definitely 100%. You cucked Earl though. That's cool.
And
Is Earl even here today?
yeah, Earl is here. He was on phones handling the dunk situation.
Really? Is that how come every Tony was a Ron?
Yes.
And every
Yeah, that's
Billy
correct.
was a Tom?
Yeah, we have no
You got-
interns today.
You got one job to do. Get the name right. That's it.
I asked them twice. I said, hold on.
Oh, it's
them.
their
It's
fault.
It's the subscribers.
They sometimes people choke and they forget their names.
And then remember it when they're on air. Fucking liar.
Earl, how do you deal with the fact that this kid went for it?
Yeah.
And you're still, you know what I mean? You're still in fucking double A ball.
You got to
You're
keep
the
swinging,
Tim
babe.
Tebow of-
You got to
You're
keep
not
swinging.
swinging.
You're
Dude.
not swinging. You could
He
not be
came
more
in-
still.
Swung, took it to the short porch. You know what I mean? It's so fucking tight down the line. Had no trouble getting it over. You, on the other hand, you're like Tim Tebow in Double-A, and with 98 strikeouts, and you pick up a fucking ball and somehow rip your hand open.
Earl, I got you so close. I got you to.
I mean, he couldn't have taken you closer.
Dude, you know who asked about you, Earl?
Who?
Miss Pat. And I told her that you're dating now, and she's like, he took my advice. He's doing it.
Yeah. I mean, it's really all because of her.
What? No.
And she didn't even say, how's Earl? She says, how's my boy?
She took a liking to you, Earl.
She did have pearls of wisdom, for sure. Definitely.
Earls of wisdom.
Jesus, Earl, come
God,
on,
Earl,
man.
you're dragging. We've been having a ball on
I mean,
this
we've
show.
had so much fun with the donks. And now Vito's
Getting fucking
donks
pounded.
and dinks, really.
You've been on for 3 seconds, blaming the subscribers, and then hitting us with 2 cliches
Earl,
as quick as you could.
Are you just going to live inside a friend zone bubble? Am I going to have
He
to...
puts himself there, though. That's his own choice. I mean, to me, these ladies are more than interested in Earl.
They're interested, but I don't want to come off like a pawing animal either.
But if they paw at you, you got to paw back. You got to pick a paw and a paw. It's a Disney reference for you donks out there. Come on, Earl.
Earl, get it, man.
Get some.
Well, I have
go back to the phone.
I have
Go
a
back
date
to the-
tonight. I have a
Yeah.
date tonight, so I'm
Gonna
I'll
get
be
it wet. Let's have a fucking bet right now. I think the odds should be 50-1.
At least.
What do you think, Earl?
I like my odds tonight. I like my odds a lot tonight.
Is it with is this a repeat?
This is not a repeat, a new date.
If he had,
What do
by
you
the way,
think your odds are?
They're not 50-1. I'll go 10-1.
How are we going to know whether you're telling the truth? You bringing
Yeah.
back panties, Earl?
panty raid?
Take a picture.
Chris, stop
Stop.
asking people to take pictures while they're having sex with people. I think that could be an HR issue.
That might be a crime also.
Not if they agree.
And his mouth is open.
Oh, God.
Earl. I mean, the thing that would be really weird is if Earl does do it, it's only like spite having sex because he just wants to beat Vito.
He doesn't want sex. That's the thing.
I just want to be in a relationship. Sex is great, of course, but I just don't, I like commitment. I like a relationship.
You've never been in commitment, Earl. I've
So how
known
do
you
know
for
if you
20
like
years.
it?
And sex is a big part of a relationship.
I understand that. Yes, it is a big part of it. But also everything else around it is also what I want.
Did you hear Vito talking about any of that? The sex has him an opportunity for a relationship.
Right. And you know what? He more than anything, he's getting that nervous energy out. Sometimes you just have to do it and go, "Oh, yeah, that's not so scary." You got to put yourself out there.
You got to break some eggs to make an omelet, right?
Yeah, a sex
You got to
omelet.
break them eggs.
Shoot that omelet all over, you know?
Chris, you've taken it too far.
Also, I
Again.
can only go so far on the Bumble app, and then it goes to Earl's phone, which I don't have access to. And
Wish you
I think
did.
he keeps like making bad. He keeps,
Agreed.
he keeps planning his dates while he has to like work, so it's nothing's gonna happen.
Oh.
No, I plan
Do you
everything.
think you're
I plan
setting
everything
yourself
on
up for-
days off. Everything is working around days off. Days
Which
off,
then you know he
time
doesn't
off.
have
That's
background.
the other. Those are the two different things. Days off and time off.
Vito is very much disagreeing with him, and so much so that he's running into the studio right now so he can have his own mic. But he feels like he's catching Earl and Elias.
Catching one. I have Mondays and Tuesdays off, and I have weekends early in the afternoons off. Why am I?
We're having a fun day today,
Yeah,
Earl.
no, we're having good time in here, Earl. Let's
And we
just
just
hear.
found out you were a eunuch. Let us fucking just let digest.
This guy's been planning dates at like 5:30, 6 o'clock.
After work on days off.
Right when work ends, and then he's not here for 3 days a week after work. as
After
it
work
is.
and days off. Mondays and Tuesdays.
You have a
Those are my days
responsibility
off.
after the show, dude.
My date tonight is at 6 o'clock. That was the time she could make it.
So you do. That's when you should be helping me and Chris with stuff after the show.
I understand that, but if that's what's available.
Go at 8, dude. You go on a date.
I don't
at
think,
I-
but
well,
if
hold
she's
on one
not
second.
available at 8, what am I supposed to
Can
do?
I ask a huge favor, Earl? Can you please turn the light on in there? I can't see you at all. It's so dark in there. You're dressed completely in black.
I cannot see one thing. All right.
Great for a sniper.
Yeah, terrifying. Because now I just hear his screams from in there. And
Earl.
it was terrifying. All right.
Earl,
Yes.
we're all on your side.
100%.
But you got caught in a lot of lies.
I'm not
at
getting
one
caught.
time. Vito, I mean, we're going to trust Vito. He's the guy
What do
with
you
the
mean?
hot hand.
I'm
He's
lying
the one
about what?
getting
If
laid.
she's available at 6 and I'm available at 8 and she can't make 8 and I can make 6, what's the problem?
You got a
Dude,
job.
can I just tell you this? 6 is too early to go on a date with your wife, let
but if
alone
she's-
somebody you're trying to impress.
But if she's
The shade
available
of
at
night
6,
for
what am
it
I
to be
supposed to do?
sexy or romantic, one or the other. You need the shade of night.
I met the chick at 1 a.m.
Here's what Earl wants: to split pea soup. That's the time you're getting.
I want
at
to
6
split
o'clock.
pea soup, but if that's the time that's available, what am I supposed to do?
What if she likes pea soup?
Well, I'll just blow it up. I'm blowing the whole thing up. I'm done.
No, Earl, don't.
I'm done. Blow it up. Just blow it up.
Dude, don't be
I'm
like
done.
that.
Please don't.
Earl, what am I going to say to these women if you start canceling these things?
No, I'm blowing
I
it up.
can't show up.
Nuke
Don't
the app.
be upset.
Nuke the app. That's
Don't
it.
nuke
I'm
the
done.
app.
No, please
Don't
don't
nuke
delete
the
the
app.
app. No.
Earl, you need human companionship.
Earl, you
bro.
said-
Yes, I will do it on my own. I'm fine. I'm done.
come on,
you
Nuke
can't-
the
you
app.
know you can't.
I'm done.
You
Earl.
need me.
Earl,
I got more blue chews.
Don't get upset because, Vito got his dick wet.
Got that
Don't,
shit up
I
in
mean,
it.
like, that's nothing. That has nothing to do with you. Keep your eye on the prize. You go your pace.
eat a blue chew right now. Earl.
Just
hold on,
so
I
we
got
can see
more.
if it works.
I got more.
Earl, you want a blue chew?
Huh, I nuke the app. I'm done.
No.
No,
No,
stop
Earl.
saying nuke the app. First of all, nobody's nuking the app.
We're just having fun, man.
This app will never be nuked for you. Because you need this, man.
Ma, Ma, you got to do
I
this.
hate it.
Ma,
He's like, that app is nasty.
It is.
It's so
By-
nasty.
By the way, he said it the other day, and I caught him.
Oh,
and he goes,
good.
"But we're not at work now. So
That's not fair.
nuke the app. Nuke the app."
No. There is no hashtag nuke the app, okay? We're keeping the app. Earl, I'm telling you.
I'm finished. It's
No,
over.
please,
Why,
Earl. We're
No, seriously.
Earl,
I put a lot of work into you, man.
and
I put-
Earl, I'm on the road right now. You can't do stuff like this.
You know, it's
okay?
very hard for people to get bad news when they're far away. It's very dramatic.
Earl, I love you, and I want you to find love too.
I think that Chris
And that's
legitimately-
genuine.
Yeah, I think that Chris actually means that. He may say it in a weird voice, but I think he legitimately wants to see Earl happy. Nobody's going to nuke the app.
I want him to be happy too. Like, I felt really happy the other night, and I want that for Earl.
And it's so great that Earl's dating white girls, Vito's dating black girls. I
Yeah.
mean, this is the most woke show in history.
Oh, hell yeah.
Could not be woker.
Chris is with Latinas.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right? Everything's interracial.
So, Earl, can we count on you again?
Earl, will you do it? Will you make that app special again? Oh, he's living in the phones now. He keeps grabbing phones.
I'm gonna do
Vito,
phones.
Yeah, go jump in there and do phones.
Help him. He needs to talk this out.
Earl, will you tell us that you won't nuke the app, please?
I'm finished. I just it's,
This is
Because I asked
delete,
if you
delete,
made
delete.
love.
I'm Matt Hardy.
Because Vito
Delete it.
said you're going on a date at 6. Who cares? He's
I'm
an
I'm
idiot
working
kid.
to be accommodating to her. That which I thought was
We all
doing the
agreed-
right
we all
thing.
agreed
We
with you. I
want
was
you
on your
to.
side
Yeah.
the whole time.
Just because Vito's crying about, his girlfriend lives far away. He's tense.
He's an
Yeah.
expert. That's the thing. Vito's an expert. You're not.
He has a certain way with women.
Yeah, he crushed it apparently in Montreal. Earl, I want you to be crushing it too. And if you got to go see this lady at 6, you go see her at 6.
Look, that's your boss right there.
Yeah,
Kind of.
I'm sort of your boss, and I'm also the guy who gets you to dates too. So,
By the way, Earl, Tony, that you put up as Johnny from Seattle, said you did not ask him his name twice. He just.
oh my God,
Okay.
I said what?
I
I said,
can't.
what do you got? Whatever his name was.
Earl, can we get the show going again? Can you not nuke the app?
Please don't hashtag nuke the app. I don't want to hear. This is one of my least favorite
If you
phrase.
nuke the app, we're going to dox you. It's that simple.
I'll give out everything, Earl.
I mean, I don't want this to come off like blackmail, but we will dox you.
I saw Chad Zumach today. He got involved in that stupid fight last week about the
rapper?
Yeah, the comic who said something about the rapper.
Dina Hashem.
And then they doxed him, and they also took over his Twitter.
What?
Oh my
and they
God.
made the whole thing like nutty time.
Oh my God.
I didn't think.
Yeah, he put out a video today, and I never saw anybody do this because he really wants his Twitter back, and he's going to the Twitter office.
Oh my God. He's showing up like IRL?
Yeah, he's showing up in real life. And the Twitter office was closed because obviously it's just a front.
Yeah, there's no reason to have a Twitter office.
It's bots that run a site. Earl, are you on the edge over all this racism talk in the news?
It is pissing me off royally because he seems to be targeting specific black people and black heavy cities.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Rat infested.
rat infested, which I thought was.
Maybe that's why you want to nuke the app. Maybe you're all upset. Let's reboot this, okay, buddy? I want you to go on your date tonight.
Yeah.
No, I'm going on the date. And
Good,
moving
good for you.
moving
Good for
forward,
you.
I'm just like I'm
you're
just,
doing it,
I'm
Earl.
worn out. I'm just done
You're
with.
not
just-
worn out.
I'm
Come
worn
on.
out because I just want to be me, and
You gotta
that
do
means
you,
if
dude.
it's screwed up, then so be it. But I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay me.
Yeah, don't look over at Vito's paper. He does how he
Right.
does.
Vito's on his way. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not looking over anybody's shoulder. This isn't a scorecard. This isn't a game. I'm just like, this is my freaking life, and I want control over my life.
But you didn't have any control until
Okay,
Earl,
yes, and I
then
want to,
he
and
kinda
I
gave
got
it
to
to
work
you.
on
Can
that.
I just say this? Now, just—can you admit that you've met some very lovely ladies because of the dates that Chris set
Yes,
you up on?
I met some great women.
and
I
not
met
as
some
much as
fan-
a thank you. Not as
I,
much as
I
Never.
did nothing but
Well, that's
thank
fine.
him.
I'm used
So
to
that
it.
whole I'm going to nuke the app thing is disrespectful.
don't nuke
That's
the
more like
app.
fuck you, Chris. But that's
And
fine.
that's kind of what Trump is talking about now. You know?
Yeah.
I did nothing but thank Chris. I said, I gave him all the credit in the world.
And you know what?
But
Make
at the
this
same
happen.
time, I'm like, this has become very weird and stressful, and everything in part of it is getting microanalyzed and picked apart, and it drives me crazy.
We don't want to micromanage your sex life. We just want to manage it.
Right.
That's all.
I like autonomy, and I want my life back.
You've always had your life, bruh. But you gotta just like we just want to know what's happening. We want you
Yes,
to find love.
and then when I tell you, it gets microanalyzed. Why 6? Why not 8 o'clock? Why not this? Why not that? I'm like, I'm
That's
working
Vito.
on it.
That's Vito, not
That's
something.
Vito. You can't blame everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's riding high right now. You know what I mean? He's just excited about his
You
weekend.
can't blame. Did you see his girl?
Did you see the picture?
Yes, she's very beautiful.
Ridiculously
Yeah,
beautiful.
she's fucking hot.
And she speaks French.
Smoking. Beautiful.
Bilingual and beautiful.
She'll sleep with chicks too. He said.
Fucking hot, Vito.
That's very cool. He was too busy banging her against the
I got to
window
get some
outside.
stuff up on Instagram of a guy too that I brought up on stage, and I wanted to get the thing up that Gail sent to me before. I don't know whether we got that up yet. Earl, you're not nuking the app. We're moving forward. The only person who'll be able to ask you about your dates is me. Is that a good compromise?
Everything goes through Ron. He's the one with the new codes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
We have to turn the keys together. Because I don't want you to stop dating, dude.
No. Oh my God. No, this
What
has
is
been
it?
so
Did he
great
go
for
away?
you. No, he's here. He's just
Does
very
he-
quiet.
Does he know that I'm on the other side of the world?
We need you, dude.
Oh, talk to Ron.
Speak to
All
him.
right, so the new curtains are up on Instagram and the Gail thing. Gail, what exactly were you doing on this Instagram?
The
And Chris, put it up.
The situation was when I was home alone and the baby was sleeping and my husband was out having fun and meeting his friends. And this is what a very lonely night led to. But this is one of the filters.
There's a speed limit in this state, Mr. Nav. 45 miles an hour. I'd say we're going about 90.
They're going to take my kid away.
Yeah, you're born in the wrong decade. There's no doubt about it. And then there's some pictures of the new curtains.
They're dreadful, Ron, these new curtains.
And it's black as night in here. I'm not kidding. You can barely see any light coming out even from the cracks of the hallway. So, at least you would see somebody like, oh, someone's passing. I can't make out who it is. You can't even see that.
A murder could be taking
It's
place.
so depressing. I'm not sure why they were changed. The old curtains were pretty. They were great for photos.
They were nice. These mean nothing. These mean nothing to any of us. This sucks. It's like a goddamn hospital in here.
It's really depressing.
Wow, I can't stand it.
Earl, I'm worried. You look so far away right now. Like, you look like you're in another place. You worried about the date?
Not at all.
Good.
You realize you're being a show killer, though, right, Earl?
I'm not being a show killer. I'm just explaining what's going on.
Everybody was having fun, and then you got on and started screaming that you were nuking the app. You know what I mean?
No, everyone's busting my balls about
that's
my
part of the
date.
show, dude.
Why?
My date and the time, and I'm like, why can't I just be? I'm trying to be as fair and as cool and as on point as I can. I'm trying to be accommodating to everyone, and it means nothing.
It means everything. And you got to worry about the accommodation. The accommodation is that lady you're seeing at 6 p.m. tonight. I mean, you gave yourself a 10-to-1 shot to sleep with her on the first date. And I think that's really impressive and really great.
Look at how supportive he is. He is really supportive of you, Earl.
Here's what I worry about. Earl meets these nice women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I believe that he's afraid to take them back to his rat-infested neighborhood and show them where he lives. Is that true, Earl?
It's not rat infested at all. Not at all.
That's what the president says.
He's an ass.
Oh, come on. You got to respect the government.
I respect the office. I don't respect the man.
Well, the man's in the office, Earl. So if you're respecting the office, you're respecting him.
I had zero respect for that fool.
All right, come on, Earl.
Oh, man.
We're trying to MAGA this thing.
You got to get out of
We're
this
trying to
phone.
keep America great.
Yeah.
Caga.
Gaga.
We're going to CAG this thing. And I got news for you. I don't care if you live in the nicest neighborhood. I don't care if you live in Beverly Hills or the rat-infested neighborhoods. We're all working together. All right?
Yeah. We're one.
We're one.
Yeah.
One under Trump. Can you admit that, Earl?
He is the president of the United States. I don't like that he's the president of the United States. I don't
Easy,
respect
Earl.
him as a
See-
person. I don't respect him as a New Yorker. I don't respect him as a human being.
You don't want to have the Secret Service hearing that.
Last time I checked, this is the United States. I have an opinion, and I'm going to use it.
When was the last time you checked?
I can honestly say I don't like a person.
That's racism. Reverse racism.
Yeah.
I never mentioned his race. I'm referring strictly to
But
his
you
character.
hate him because he's white?
No, I hate him because he is a racist, mean, spiteful, unintelligent fool.
Earl, come on. Let's MAGA. Let's bring this country together.
Throw a CAG party.
Look, that's good. Vito's able to date outside his race.
Yeah, very comfortably.
Yeah.
And
He
I mean,
respects the president.
I don't want to make it a big thing, but I believe that's a first for Vito. I'm almost positive.
Let's check. Vito,
Vito,
is that a first?
Is
Brown
that correct
sugar.
to say first?
That was my first black queen.
Okay. There you go. I thought so. So look, it's changing. Everything is good. We're all mixing.
And that's fantastic.
Blue Chew works for everyone.
And Vito even got her cab back to her rat-infested neighborhood.
Are you allowed to say that or no?
I think you are. I mean, I go by the president. I respect the office.
Yeah, you do.
The TV show.
Because you love it so much. Yep.
You know what's funny? I've been watching a lot of the Ricky Gervais office. It's so damn,
So good.
so much darker and so damn funny.
It's fucking
Yeah.
great.
It took me a very long time to even watch episodes of The American Office at all.
Took me
because
2 years.
I just thought there's no point of doing this. The original Office was so funny, so dark, so unique, and I was like, why would you mess with something? And I knew it wasn't American humor. There was like not an American sensibility about it.
Right.
So I couldn't really imagine it being done well.
I mean, I still prefer it, of course.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
prefer it as well. Oh man, things have gotten very quiet around here, huh?
Yeah. Well, Earl got very sad, and I feel bad. There is somebody who wants to talk to Earl. Let's talk to Patrick.
Hey guys, how's everyone doing today?
Hey.
Great.
Earl, I'm just curious what you hate more about the president, the job growth and opportunity he's brought into the minority communities, or the attention he's brought to the poverty that is currently in Maryland. What makes you more upset?
The poverty that he can fix, that he won't. He just addresses it. He's always talked about blacks in condescending tones. He's always brings these things out and offers zero solutions. And then as far as the, helping minorities, these things were already in place. He's taking credit for things that were already happening. And this crime bill, which was brought up 3 years ago, which the Republicans refused to pass, and now all of a sudden they decided to pass.
Who's the one who got Rocky ASAP out of jail?
He's still in jail, isn't he?
No, but still he tried.
He wants to.
Yeah, he addressed it.
Yeah. That's really all you need to do as a president, right?
And let me tell you something. I'm proud of him for that because I didn't even know who Rocky ASAP was. Now I do.
Yeah. So that's him teaching you about black culture.
Hardly.
In a way.
He uses black people to make it's all a front. He used Steve Harvey. He used Kanye West. He used some of the black pastors. He uses black people to put up this front and advance this stereotype that he has on black people. That's it. But his solutions, zero.
We were having a really fun.
We were
show
having so much fun.
Maybe we need to break a little bit.
All right, maybe shake it up.
Yeah.
We're not gonna nuke the app. I know we've decided that, correct?
No, we're gonna keep the app going.
The app is gonna go, and we'll be right back. Bennington.